Fear the Wild with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille.
Hello?
Hello?
I did it.
Yeah, I knew you would. That's perfect.
Aloha, amigos.
Yes, si, senor.
Woo! What's up? Is Chaille on too?
Yeah, he's in the shitter, but he'll be back. He told me to monitor in case you logged on.
Okay.
Then I saw your cry for help, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't see it. It all worked.
I kept getting calls, and I kept trying. It kept kicking me out.
Mm-hmm. It's like calling into public radio. It's hard.
It is hard.
I remember the one show you could call into. It was one of those national ones, but it was like wait, don't tell me or something. But you had to call. You had to call 2 hours before it aired.
And then just stay on the line, or do they call you back?
Yeah, but if you got in, you didn't even know what was going on because it hadn't aired up here yet. So you were live with, okay, you ready for the questions? You're like, I have no idea what the show is like so far.
I'm trying to sell a couch. I don't know what show I called into.
Do you remember that when did they still do that anywhere where they used to have that thing Saturdays? You call in and.
I think they do it in a lot of the smaller places. And I think I've heard in Minnesota they still do it in like Minneapolis, like a big one. Like people still call in, be like, oh, I got a drill, no batteries and the cord's cut off, but $20.
76 RV, got a radiator leak. I know that. You have to haul snow tires. I remember snow tires in the summer. They'd be like, snow tires free. Just come get them.
I have 3 weeks worth of my neighbor's mail. Probably got some credit card offers in there.
Are you house sitting?
Howdy, gents.
Greg,
there he is.
Aloha.
There's the man in the tan.
Yeah. Slowly.
How's that Hawaiian life treating you?
Pretty good. Very laid back.
Should we invest in pork belly yet?
Not yet. I'll raise the flag when it's time. Yeah,
Are you eating the Hawaiian specialties?
I am, John. In fact, that's interesting you said that because I did tease this episode last week with the cream snail, which I don't know if you did any investigating, but that is a thing. But then I decided
I googled it, but some really gross stuff came up.
Yeah, don't put in snail cream.
Yeah, snail cream goes the other way. Yeah, you don't want to do that. But I also, see what else, then I decided what I would do is I'd grab a couple of the, there's no truck stops out here, but there are, convenience stores and filling stations. So I went in and kind of grabbed some of the, couple of the other treats and we'll do that a little bit later. But yeah, some of the local fare. So. For the very finicky Hawaiian eater. Yeah. Picky. Most of the food they cook is in the ground, so.
The only people I've ever met that can gain weight on meth.
Isn't the national, or the, not national, but the state dish, isn't it, like Moco Loco? Like rice and,
John.
And gravy and...
I love the local plate lunch. That whole idea is so, now you have one of those in Anchorage. The one over there on
we have Houlihan's.
Houlihan's, which is authentic. He's very good. I love that place.
Oh, yeah.
But out here, there's just something about being in Hawaii and getting that plate lunch, which my favorite, besides, 2 scoop rice and macaroni salad, which is, they live and die by how they make macaroni salad out here. If you've got a good one,
you definitely, you need a side of carbs.
Oh, yeah.
With your rice.
But I get the spare ribs. So good.
Now, do they cook in, do you use coconut oil? Or they use,
I have no idea. There's a chain called L&L and, Hawaiian barbecue, and they're fucking fantastic. You could go anywhere on the island and find one. So, you're not far from, an overload of, Hawaiian plate lunch, no matter where you go. But the, teriyaki chicken's good. Everything's there. It's all there. I mean, you can get them elsewhere.
Actually, it's not there, Greg. They have to bring it in.
No, but they have a lot
don't have toilet paper there, Greg.
A lot of the places have, like in Washington State, they've got, Chinese or Filipino places, they'll have plate lunch too. It's kind of on the same vein, but then they'll have noodle dishes and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing like a good old plate lunch out here. And John, I definitely recommend Houlihan's.
I've been. I'm a small white person. I get terrible service, but I go.
No, it's very authentic. I went there and had 3 of the 4 signs of a heart attack, and they sold my car. And I was like, you don't get much more authentic than this.
That's it. Yeah.
But yeah, the food is amazing there. The short ribs and the Moco Loco, which it's just like rice and a burger patty and gravy, and then I think for an extra $1 or $2 you get an egg on top.
Yeah. That's a good start to the day. Gravy.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a Scottish egg?
That's like the deep fried egg. That's like, isn't it like cooked in sausage or like fried in sausage?
Yeah, they wrap it in sausage and then they deep fry it. Yeah.
Like the egg is boiled and then shelled, and hard boiled then shelled, and then like there's a ball of sausage that goes around it, and then that's
right, and then
fried.
They bread the sausage. And
and
then
they bread it.
it.
Yeah, got to hold more of that grease.
So yeah, to hold it together, and then you get it, and it looks like an ostrich egg, and then you just eat it. Realize you're just basically eating breakfast all at once.
Yeah, in a ball.
Yep.
If you could stick some hash browns in it.
Oh, you wrap the whole thing in pancake batter?
Oh.
I like a pancake sandwich. A pancake sandwich is a good. That's a very undersold breakfast item. The pancake, you get 2 pancakes, and you put 2 sunny side up or over easy eggs in the middle, and then you pour syrup over the whole thing, and then you eat it with a knife and fork, right?
Right.
That's a good taste.
I don't know. It sounds like it tastes fine, but that doesn't sound like a sandwich to me.
Well, no, it's called a breakfast sandwich, but you don't pick it up and eat it with your pinkies out like you're eating a
you could
hoagie.
dip it like a French dip. You could do it like
I see where you're going with that.
What if you do the same thing, but you put everything in a waffle iron with waffle batter?
You could do that. You don't listen. A waffle iron. That's just the name that we all know what we're talking about. You could put whatever you want in a waffle iron.
You can make a BLT.
Yes, you can. You could take tater tots and grease up that waffle iron and press tater tots in there. Hash browns right there.
I know. My stove was broken for like 3 weeks, and I was cooking everything on my waffle iron. Spaghetti? Sure.
Waffled spaghetti?
Did you ever make that bacon in a microwave?
Huh?
They have the cookers now that they basically put metal in it. I think they just take old forks and grind them up. and it actually makes crispy bacon. But when you're done, you realize that's kind of amazing because I made it in the microwave. Then you have to throw your microwave away because it's basically just everything you have from then on. It tastes like bacon.
Yeah, it's got a bacon taste to it. Yeah.
Perfect bacon ruins your microwave. That's not bad. That's a good trade-off.
It's so much easier.
You got to make bacon in the oven. That's like how you get that perfect
laid flat, right?
Perfect, that like Denny's commercial bacon.
Yeah.
You ever see it where they do that? Where they take the strips and they hang them over the rack in the oven?
The oven?
Yeah.
And then they put like a piece of Pyrex down below to catch the grease, and it dries like almost like you're making jerky.
Yeah, like you're hanging salmon fillets or something.
Right.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, I believe that's happening, but I hate cleaning the racks. And you're just laying that bacon right on an open rack?
And it's just open dripping grease, and then
Greg, this is just an Airbnb recipe.
Yeah.
Don't worry about cleaning up.
I guess so, yeah. If you don't have to clean up, then yeah, what difference does it make how many dishes you use or burn?
You can make popcorn in the dryer. you put it on high, and then you throw butter in the lint trap. You've got a snack machine.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And it doesn't matter how many people are coming over. You're going to be able to accommodate them if you got that. If you got a full load, just hit it on high.
And your neighbors are going to be jealous.
Yeah.
Because that blows outside, that smell of popcorn.
Once again, like the bacon in a microwave, all of your laundry is going to smell like popcorn afterwards.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Not a bad thing.
That's not bad.
Not a bad thing. Unless you live in an area with a lot of birds.
They just keep following me.
Attack.
So I did get a chance to see what's going on in Anchorage this week. Anything? Crime report?
I haven't. I did a brief look over the internet headlines, and it seems like the cops are killing people now. We're not killing each other.
That's a step in the right direction, I guess, not killing each other.
But we did for sure beat the homicide rate, highest ever.
Yeah, we've done it. We made the goal.
Oh, well, that's good. You guys are good at something.
Well, do you see how many people got arrested, John, on that one? So what happened was they killed a guy here, and then they took him out of town and dumped the body. But I think it's now 9 people are now arrested for this.
High school kids?
No, that's a different one. That was.
Oh, I told you I'm a little weak behind on the murders in Anchorage.
Oh, you got to stay. This is new number. It's like this.
That's incredible. I can't even get 9 people to play a board game with me, and these people are getting together to murder somebody?
But I mean, how could all be involved? I mean, the kid was only shot like 3 times.
You gotta start a Facebook group to get that many people together.
Wow, man. It's the Chicago Black Sox throwing the World Series. Someone's gonna talk.
Yeah.
It's too many people.
That's too many people. That's not a secret.
No.
That's how Bitcoin started.
We were talking about board games. They got a bunch of them here at the Airbnb. And I'm still in Hawaii, by the way. You guys, Becker, you're at the house in Anchorage, right?
Yes, for now, yes.
And John, are you driving around, or are you parked in your mobile studio?
Well, I've moved to a more scenic spot. I'm at a park near my house.
Creepy.
Yeah, I'm actually, there's a girl playing with her dog in the park, and I think she's pretty creeped out right now because I'm just really staring.
Well, at the Airbnb, as a lot of them do, they'll have board games and stuff like that, and they've got, checkers, chess, sorry, Scrabble, but then Monopoly. I thought, oh man, there's 4 of us here. I thought we should probably get into Monopoly, but is there a faster way to play? I don't want like this like drawn out 6-hour game, and I haven't played it
like
in
it was
so
intended.
long. Yeah, like it was intended.
It was supposed to get you through the Dust Bowl.
or the ride on the top of the junk you're taking to the West Coast with the Job family.
Mama, I wish we didn't live in Oklahoma. Well, maybe you could win Barclay.
So there's supposed to be a faster way to play. I don't know if you guys ever done that. Do you play Monopoly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, couldn't you all just like put all the money in a bag and reach in and grab a handful and then like boom, you fast forwarded at least an hour.
And then that's the game. Whoever gets the biggest maw full of cash ends up winning.
Yeah.
Oh, you just sue the railroads. Boom, you retire.
Most 90% of the time they settle out, so you don't even have to go to court. It's not like you're risking anything. Well, I don't know.
In Washington State.
I guess I'll just look. Yeah, jeez. I guess I'll look it up because I haven't played Monopoly in so long, and there's got to be a fast way to play the game so that it doesn't take, because it feels like we should play a board game if it starts raining or something. But then the sun comes out and you're like, man, we got to get through this fucking thing. Let's go.
Yeah. Why'd we start Risk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to. Probably don't start a game that takes like 6 days to finish.
Yeah, exactly.
And really only ends when everybody quits.
Or there's a fight of some sort. Someone flips the board.
The Game of Life. You ever play the Game of Life? It's like you're bogged down with 3 kids before it stops raining. You're like, shit.
That's real life.
My recommendation for a board game is this game called Secret Hitler, and it's the best.
Is that really a game?
We played it at Matt Collins' house a bunch of times, and it's great because everybody. It's kind of one of those games where you get like a secret role and like nobody knows what you are. You're either a fascist or a liberal, and there's like one Hitler out there, and if you make him the chancellor, everybody loses. It's fun.
Is this a game you guys are trying to market? You guys are doing a little research?
No, somebody else made it.
Yeah?
Do you think we're not smart enough to make a game like that?
It got 3 tiki torches. It must be good.
Hey, what was that game where there was a fad going along, it must have been 20, 30 years ago, where it was an assassination game, but you used no one knew who was playing.
Oh, that's called the knockout game. Right?
Knockout
that's when
game.
Teenagers run around and punch people in the face.
No, that's not it. Sounds fun.
And then they pour ice on each other's head.
Wasn't there a game where people would run around and kind of a little bit nerdy, I guess? But, yeah, everyone was given clues. You just didn't know and then someone would be able to tag you somehow with like a dart gun or something, and that was the end of the game. Am I making that up? You guys remember?
I don't know. I mean, you might have been exposed to it.
It sounds like a game. Was this like a board game, or was it like
No, it was a
everybody
game.
running
It was a
around?
game you would play with a bunch of your friends, but it would be real time.
It wasn't Older Men in the Woods, was it?
No.
Okay.
Squeal like a pig. It was a game where, like, you would be playing, but you wouldn't know. Like, you would be given a target, but then someone would be given you as a target. So you had to always be on guard, and it wasn't played.
Sounds like junior high. Are you sure this wasn't junior high?
It sounds exactly like junior high. Maybe I'm just confusing it with my.
Sounds real intense.
Some people have great memories of that game.
Others just wet the bed till they're 18. All right, maybe I made it up. I'll have to look into that.
No, it sounds like a good game if you didn't make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the attention span now, they said board games. Look at Milton Bradley's going under. They said nobody buys games anymore.
Well, it's because nobody's watching their
they do.
board game themed movies.
Everyone buys games. It's called Candy Crush
Yeah.
or Age of Clans or fucking Titans. It's all on the phone now. There's no need to. Every Milton Bradley game is probably.
Do you remember Stratego?
Totally,
Stratego's
yeah.
still like a blast. There's no way, and I don't think you could get a young kid to even take the time to set it up. Well, where do I put them? I don't know. Stuff them in your ass. I don't know. You're doomed.
Well,
you're the doomed generation. Okay, good.
Board games are doing good, but it's not young kids that are in families that are playing them. It's like 20 to 35-year-olds who want to hang out with their friends but don't want to talk to anybody because we're all antisocial.
Oh, it's a good. Yeah, that's a good distraction. Yeah.
Right, but they're not doing well, John. See, they're both going bankrupt. They're trying to merge together the two.
Well, there's all
these
these independent ones now. It's not just Milton Bradley and Parker Brothers anymore. Now anybody can make a board game and sell it on Amazon.
Yeah, your Hitler game's a good example.
Toys R Us is going under.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize why, but they have a store within 15 minutes of each other's store. I was like, that's insane.
I think we talked about this before. They did that the baby toys or Babies R Us. They branched off on all this shit. I mean, I know people are dying and people are being born every day, but maybe go the other way. Caskets R Us.
They need Coffins R Us. They can have every target.
Well, the Babies R Us, the plan with doing that was the franchisees were going under, so they wanted to keep the lease and then sell it to a new business. So they're trying to create baby stores because they already have to pay the leases. So coming to a mall near you, anything, we don't care. Subway's going under. Did you know that? Subway's fucked.
Subway sandwiches?
What? Subway?
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Subway, I know, John, because all your friends eat it. It's got to be good.
I just imagine there's a Subway everywhere.
Exactly, that's what they said
like,
too.
When you die, you wake up, it's just like a white room for as far as you can see, and the only thing there is like a Subway in the corner. That's it.
Well, they went back to the $4.99 everywhere but Alaska and Hawaii, and they went back to this foot-long sub for $4.99, and the franchisees are going crazy. They're going, we're losing our ass, and you're going to offer a $5 sub.
Yeah.
They go, well, everyone else, because now look at, you got McDonald's back to $1 menu. You got
no, hold on a second. Let's
has 4 burgers for a nickel.
We got to do this right, Becker, because I did see that they were announcing the new $1, $2, and $3 menu. So they continue to have the $1, but they actually have there's a couple other selections for an upgrade, which is that's their take on it being new.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you want the rest of this guy's
the dollar menu? The dollar menu is like an apple pie and a dead rat, and then you go to the $2 menu, and then it's almost
the rat's
food.
alive.
The rat's alive. Farm to table.
I didn't say what kind of farm. These are ads. You see the guy who started MTV's Unplugged? He's one of the co-creators of that. Got hit by a cab in New York on Saturday.
The Unplugged the music.
Yeah, he started that. And he got hit by a cab and was severe brain damage, and he died on Tuesday. But I wondered if the family had to.
Ha!
You know. Co-creator.
How did...
For the last time, he's unplugged.
I'll clean that up in the edit.
Did you see that thing, Becker, in Fairbanks? or out just outside of the North Pole, they found a mortar shell.
No, I didn't see that.
They just found it like sitting on the side of the highway.
Like unearthed?
Just like, no, it wasn't like buried or anything. It was just sitting there. And then I guess the military was like, oh, that's probably ours. Check it out.
It might have fallen off a truck.
Don't worry about it. We'll clean that up.
We'll get that.
So it's ordnance from. Wait, how? They didn't fight a war in Alaska.
No, it's just like I think the Air Force Base up there, just like.
Oh yeah.
Like Becker said, it rolled off a truck, and they're just like, oh yeah.
Kid was on his phone, didn't notice.
That's where that went.
How come we got 13? I think they come in 13. Can't fire me. I work for the military.
From the corrections department last week.
We don't make mistakes.
We were talking about Coming to America and how Andy Rooney was given a settlement from Paramount Pictures, but that wasn't necessarily true. It was an honest mistake.
What was it? He won.
It was Mickey Rooney.
No, it was Buchwald.
Oh, Art Buchwald, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cleaned it up in the show notes, but I just wanted to let everyone know. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Sometimes we get. He's a known writer, and he actually was the one who pitched the idea similar to Coming to America to Paramount. And I mean, I've got a link in the show notes from last week that talks about it, but it's interesting, and it opened up.
Is he from 60 Minutes?
No, he wasn't on. They probably did a thing on it, but very interesting enough is that whole thing broke out the idea of Hollywood accounting, to where a film can make $268 million at the box office, but the accountants for Paramount can make it look like they actually made no money. There was a zero line at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
there's a big case coming up on that.
Well, yeah, the guys from Spinal Tap are Harry Shearer, Michael McKean, and Nigel Tufnell. I can't. What's his name?
Yeah,
the other guy.
They're claiming it only did it did less than $1,100 in merchandising.
Who the fuck has not seen that movie 10 times? That is a genre. That is a movie that defined that genre of mockumentaries, and these guys are seeing nothing from it. And
the studio makes it look like a loss so that they don't have to pay people.
Well, what happens is there's a line in the agreement that says they won't see, as writers or whatever whoever the contract is with, they won't see any money until there's $1 of profit. But if the Hollywood accounting shows that they still haven't seen a profit, they're trying to recoup with, business expenses and marketing and all this shit, then they'll never get anything, and they'll just keep making it look like they aren't making any money, and it's absolute bullshit. In fact, the Coming to America lawsuit with Art Buchwald v. Paramount, it ended up Landis and Eddie Murphy ended up making a ton of money, and Art Buchwald made $900,000 as a settlement, but Landis and Eddie Murphy ended up making more money because all of a sudden the books, they had to actually fess up to how much they were making. Crazy. But yeah, that Spinal Tap thing is insane. And I listened
so there's shady things going on in Hollywood.
All over.
First I've heard of such a thing.
Wait, you mean everything we thought Hollywood was all about actually is happening? Shocking.
Yeah, but there's also fallout from this. I tried to pull up the Writer's Almanac, not realizing that when Minnesota Public Radio decided to go after Garrison Keillor, I would also lose the Writer's Almanac, which has 2 million downloads a week.
Oh, wow. That's that little segment.
He owns the rights to it, so he suspended it. He's nope, and there's no archives either. Sorry.
Are you looking for just an old man reading you poems about winter? What are you looking for the Writer's Almanac for?
John, do you not understand the focal point of our society is based on Garrison Keillor reading poems? They said that. No, everyone's upset in the poetry world. They go, he was the only format for poetry. He goes, name another person who does poetry on here.
On a weekly basis, yeah.
Well, I mean,
daily.
Maybe they need a new spokesman. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise for them.
You could become a poem star if he read one of yours on there, because people would look you up and then start buying your stuff.
When your entire genre rests on the shoulders of Garrison Keillor, you have a problem.
Yeah.
They rest on the shoulders, okay? It was a back rub.
How about Christmas? You guys, did anything eventful happen?
I ate a shitload of ham, and I still have so much ham left.
Yeah, we have ham too. I was hoping to push it off on you, but
I'll trade you.
Okay.
What kind of
honey? Mine's pepper ham.
What kind of hams did you guys get? Was it the honey baked or was it store bought?
No, spiral.
Spiral cut.
I went to this like fancy butcher shop because I hate money and wanted to get rid of it as fast as possible.
Quicker.
And I bought a ham from Alaska. This is a Wasilla raised ham, and I maple glazed it. And it was pretty delicious.
Oh, I forgot Christmas Eve. You know what I had? Caribou roast.
What?
Yeah, caribou roast with yams and what was the other thing? There was something else there, Alaskan-y. Oh, Alaskan. Mincemeat. Alaskan mincemeat. Homemade mincemeat.
Mincemeat isn't
I've never had
meat.
mincemeat pie.
Mincemeat isn't meat though, right? It's
right. It's
nuts.
meat, but it's done like a fruitcake.
Yeah.
It's got all the other stuff of fruitcake in it, like a jelly kind of thing, but it's baked in there. So it's like rich, like meat, but it's weird. I'll admit it was good, and the sugar level wasn't that high in it, and it was amazing.
Then it's not like a
I had
fruitcake.
a real Alaskan Christmas Eve, people.
Where did you get the caribou?
Friends of Becky's family had it, and they cooked it. So we went down there, and we had a real, I ate caribou and some yams that they raised in their gardens, and then some mincemeat they made fresh. It was the last jar of mincemeat they had, and we dusted it.
And caribou is basically just reindeer.
Okay.
I believe that. I believe
I like to call it caribou on Christmas Eve, but you want to call it reindeer? Go ahead, you sick bastard.
You ate it, not me. Caribou, they're basically just like tall reindeer.
But was it like it was a roast? So it was a bone-in, like roast, like the big turkey leg that Fred Flintstone gobbles.
No, not with the bone in on the caribou. It was just like wherever they get the roast, like they do in like a cow roast.
Yeah.
Let's call it a rump roast.
A rump roast. Yeah, it was like a rump roast, I think, but it was amazing tasting. I mean, it wasn't gamey, but then I'm talking to somebody who's probably cooked them for 30 years. They've been cooking these, so
yeah,
I got the best. I made a sandwich with it, and it was with horseradish, and oh my god, it was amazing. But you do have wicked gas when you're done with that stuff.
With caribou,
I see why they live. I see why they live in the middle of nowhere where they eat like that.
Yeah, see that's an Arctic animal, and with the climate change, you start the caribou is actually holding in a lot of those carbon gases, those CO2s. So when you do process and eat the animal, that's just more of the chlorofluorocarbons going up into the atmosphere. You're
eating the caribou gas, and then it passes through you.
And you release it. That's how it's released. See, and then all of a sudden the seas rise and the glaciers melt. Thanks, Becker. Thanks.
Oh, I can't believe we had to make a correction this episode. That never happened.
Yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. And then we had to yell at our neighbors on Christmas Eve too, because they were shooting off fireworks.
In the place Tracy and I used to live next to you?
No, the other side, back in the back corner.
Other side.
You're doing Christmas Eve fireworks?
Yeah, and then that was the thing is, so I didn't really care, but we were house sitting a dog for somebody, and our dogs don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They don't care. Their dog was losing its fucking mind.
Oh, I saw that dog when I was at the shop last week.
Mm-hmm. Cute little fucker.
Cute dog. It actually looks like a teddy bear. It looks like
a little teddy bear.
Teddy bears.
But could picture him breathing really hard, and he's overweight, and his eyes are all googly eyed, and his tongue's out, and he's going, and he's hiding in the closet, and he won't come out, and he's shit all over the floor.
Oh.
And so then we get through round one of their fireworks, and we go, okay, we won't be a dick. Round two, and then at 11:45, they did it again, and then we came out and said, but luckily the neighbor where you guys used to live, Greg, he was out there yelling at him too. He goes, Jesus, fuck right. And they're like, be cool, Jim. It's just this. And I go, no. So I go out and Becky's already yelling at him. Going, we have a dog that's losing his mind. Is there any way you could maybe just knock it out? He goes, it's the last one anyway. And I'm like, no, New Year's Eve, shoot off anything you want. Artillery shells, whatever you want. But
Yeah,
on Christmas Eve
is not an
I don't know. What's the celebration? I don't get it.
No, Silent Night. Mouse doesn't even make noise. No, it's not a night to make fucking noise.
Not a creature was stirring, except the fireworks stand was open late.
So, I mean, I'm pretty good, but I was like, you gotta be kidding me, buddy. And he's like, well, sorry, I didn't know. You didn't know what? You didn't know that you were shooting artillery shells?
I didn't know how Christmas works.
Police! Where were the police? Fucking bets they don't find murderers.
I just want him to be like, we only got one more, and it's one of those ones that lasts for like 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So, no cops were called. Nothing like that.
Oh, it was pretty nice, but then you go on the Airport Heights, little thing like you got down there for Bisbee, and it's like, is that gunfire? Is that gunfire? He goes, I think it's fireworks. And everybody's like, well, isn't it a bit late? And why are they doing it on Christmas Eve? And I go, I don't know.
None of it makes sense, right?
They're Jews. I don't know. Well, you're trying to get your kids in bed. If I don't have kids, but you're trying to get your kids in bed. On Christmas Eve, the last thing you need is Yahoo shooting off guns.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was it. And it's been wicked cold.
Oh, it's so cold.
It really is, Greg. Like, I was in the garage trying to roll up an extension cord, and it was stiff.
Hey, Becker, can you hold on a second? I gotta turn the ceiling fan on. I'm sweating here. Hold on a second.
So you go to Hawaii not to sweat? I don't get it.
Okay, now what were you saying?
Oh, it's been really cold.
Ooh, that's better.
It's been amazingly cold.
Well, we are experiencing kind of a cloudy day, but we're still going to go to snorkeling, going on a catamaran and taking a snorkeling cruise out to some bay. It's nearby.
Make sure you wipe off the mouthpiece.
No, I have my own gear.
Ah, there you go.
That creeps me out.
Yeah, same way with bowling.
With bowling?
Yeah, I'm not wearing your shoes. I got my
I always wipe off the mouthpiece when I'm bowling. That's for sure.
Don't be an animal.
So you're going snorkeling, and yes. Actually, cloudy day is the best time to go snorkeling.
I guess. I mean, I don't really have a choice because we're just going. You know. You
got your phone in a plastic bag so you can take
I'm
pictures underwater.
Yeah. I haven't been out on a boat in a while, so I drank a bunch of coffee and some Carolyn's earlier, and I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen. So it's up in the air how this is gonna go down.
Definitely have Tracy bring her phone so she can get video of you puking off the side of the boat.
Yeah, throwing up in a snorkel, not good.
Yeah. Oh, that's
good.
The best.
Yeah.
Coming out the top like a fountain.
Yeah. Thar she blows chunks. So,
are you worried about sharks? Are you worried about sharks at all?
No.
There's a lot of shark attacks in Hawaii, you know?
Yeah. I'm fully aware. But, I'm a way better swimmer than a lot of these people that are going. There'll be about 50 people in the water, and there's no way all of them can swim faster than me.
There you go.
I don't know what's going to happen to Tracy, but I hope she stretches before we jump in. But you knew the risk when you got in, right?
Does Tracy wear nose plugs when she swims?
No, she does not.
Okay.
That's quite a look.
Yeah, I know people who do
that. We did go snorkeling yesterday to a spot that is favorited by the tourists on the island out here. And we knew what we were getting into when we got there, but I really wanted to go out and just see what was going on up there. And it was nice. It actually wasn't as bad as some like heavily impacted areas, but there's a lot of bumping and grinding just getting out into the water.
This is a busy time. This is a busy time of year to be in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, it's high season from the 21st of December through I think the 5th or 6th of January. And that's when there's a ton of private planes that start stacking up at the airport. That's one way of telling when
Well, the other thing is a good way to tell is I think the entire country is about 30 degrees below normal. So that's when people go, we should just go to Hawaii. I bet nobody else thought of this.
Yeah, I don't know. We got here a week before that, so we still got another week. So I'm trying to really take it easy. Not really doing shit. This is the only thing on my schedule. This and have something to talk about or eat on the podcast. That's really it. That's my week, man. All the orders are done through the store.
You deserve that.
Yeah.
The rest of the year, you forget to eat.
It took about a week to even fucking just settle down because we had so many. Doug's book was flying off the shelves, and I just left a bunch of shit for the gal at the store to do. So that's all taken care of now. So everything's back to normal. I did finish his book. I don't know. Did you get your book? Either of you?
Yep. I got mine and I signed it.
You signed it?
Yeah.
I need to get a copy. I read the first like 4 or 5 chapters when I was in Bisbee, but I need to get a copy.
Without the forward and the crap in the back, you just take the pages that are actually literary, and then you divide that by the number of times you're mentioned, and I'm 0.03%.
You're in there quite a bit. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I think Tracy's in it more than both you and I. She gets last word too in the after.
Yeah, it's like Harpo getting all the credit.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't even talk.
All right. He plays harp. Jesus. John, I'll send you my advance copy if you promise not to abscond with it like your friend Matt Collins did with my Henry Phillips tape or DVD.
All right.
All right.
My Girls Gone Wild.
I actually bought a Girls Gone Wild on eBay because I thought it'd be funny to throw it in one day. And I just felt bad even to somehow think that Joe Francis would get any money.
He's not going to get it out of a resell of a.
That's what I realized is that, but it was.
He's probably the one
just
doing
felt
the
dirty.
resales.
But I just remember seeing that clip all the time.
It's hysterical.
Yeah. There's a bunch of, that's in the book too. The book is really about, just road stories, man. That's what, it fucking goes really quick too. If you like comedy and the idea of the road and just shenanigans. So.
It really did work because by the time you're done, you go, I wanted more.
Yeah.
like he goes up until the point when he's writing the book and then he goes, okay.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Yeah. I'm curious. I haven't really been talking to him at all during the break here. I'm curious if he's actually thinking about doing another book. I know he wants to, but I don't know if there's a theme or whatever. And he's got a whole year of traveling and international stuff, so I'm sure he'll have plenty of time to.
I think his next one should be a Western.
A Western? I was thinking Dragons and Fairies.
My dad would read that.
Come on, Game of Thrones is hot.
If Stanhope has a fantasy epic in him, that could be. I would watch it on HBO. I wouldn't read the books, but I'll watch. You're
right. Very topical. I mean, let's think forward here. You know, not what was, what
maybe
is.
Maybe he has some young adult fiction. That's pretty hot right now.
Judy Blume. Stanhope is the Judy Blume of our time.
Perhaps some poems.
Get Garrison Keillor to record the audiobook.
2 million downloads today.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking cash, man.
No, and that's I said, just put it out yourself. I said I've been trying to get a hold of Garrison Keillor, but he won't because of my screen name.
Keillor 69, he doesn't like that. Keillor the Peeler at Hotmail.
Bad touchy 60Y9.
All right, guys. I think it's time that I introduce
into the
let's see
Hawaiian specialties.
All right, so I'll start by talking about the cream snail because I went to go pick one. I ate one last week after the podcast, and went to actually go get another one yesterday at the Shell station up the road. And due to Christmas demand, they are all out. And they don't, and they said, it's just Christmas. I go, is this what's considered a fancy dessert during the holidays? Is a packaged cream snail? I go, I don't get it. Oh, they're good. They're good. All right. Well, glad I ate one then. But they're, I sent you a picture. They'll be in the show notes. It's really just a vanilla custard, on the inside of a flattened donut, but it's not.
But
it's not sugary like a donut. It's got a bit of a light glaze on it, but it's not.
It looks it's kind of like a cinnamon roll spiral.
Yeah, it looked like a honey bun, but
that's what I thought it was, and I thought the cream was in between like an Oreo cookie. And then upon closer inspection, when I went to go open it, it was actually 2 cream snails stacked. So my only problem is, like I said, I'm hoping that this lives up to what I think it is, because I couldn't find anything from Standard Baking on the island here. But I guess a snail is a bakery item, not just theirs, but there's probably some uppity French guy that could tell us all about it. But I read something that it was a coconut custard in there, and that got me excited. And it turns out it's just vanilla, and it's all right. It's a little oilier than it is sweet. But the cream snail, I love the name.
Is it injected?
No, it's almost like a Danish. How it's like there's a little bit of a scooped out area, a little depression, and that's where the cream is poured into by robots, I'm sure.
Okay, so it's open air.
It is, and
it's not a surprise.
When I first looked at it when we were in Hilo and I didn't buy it, in my head I was already thinking it's an Oreo cookie type pastry with coconut cream, and in my head is better than the one I actually tasted. But I love it. I love the idea of a cream snail.
The name is great.
Yeah,
it's a great name. Make shirts.
So that's the one, Standard Baking, and I will go get another one before I leave.
They should do a promotion where they leave a snail trail leading up to the bakery.
Yeah, when you walk in the store, you just got goo on the floor.
Yep, follow the trail.
All these are great ideas, and I just hope that they've got someone like us in their marketing meetings.
Still looking for our first sponsor.
Yeah, you guys take forever to deliver these things.
All right, the next one, I already took a bite, is a pie cookie. Now, John, I think you'd be right up with me on this one. It's got mochi. Cookie? It's got mochi in it. I don't know what mochi is, but you see that picture? It looks fantastic. Like a custardy cream of banana surrounded by chocolate. Like a chocolate cookie.
I've had mochi, but I also don't know what it is.
But the thing is that it should have tipped me off, because the inside of this thing does not look like that at all. I could take this back, open up one of the ones that's left over, and say, what's going on here? Because the inside mochi is like a jelly, and it's thin. It's not. That looks like a banana custard, right?
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Sometimes it's like a gel. Sometimes it's kind of doughy, though.
No, I think that's on the outside. The mochi, I think, is the gelatin in the middle. And
well, I've had at Nusagaya, they sell Hawaiian mochi, and they're always in the freezer, and you let it thaw for like 30 minutes, and when you bite into it, it's kind of like a flavored dough inside. But there are some that are jelly-like, too. Well,
that's what this is, and it's horrible. I got a lot of shit from the group here. I mean, I walked in with this thing like I was, giving full-size Snicker bars to everyone. All right, yeah, that looks great. And then bit into the first one, and yeah, that was it.
I think it's like those ones that aren't the jelly. I think it's like a bean curd, like a sweetened bean curd.
Ah, the azuki bean, a sweetened bean paste. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that might help, or just be something totally different. Maybe I'll find one of those next time.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, that's another disappointment.
But it does taste like bananas.
Well, it's just banana flavoring. I mean, what the fuck? That's so easy. But there's nothing in there that looks like banana. It's a shame. So,
because it's like a Japanese or maybe it's Korean. Because we went to, when Stephanie and I were in Portland, we went to that the Asian Gardens. You ever been to those Japanese gardens? And they have a little cafe in there. Mm-hmm. And we were feeling very Japanese, so we got these little, bean curd, dessert treats. And I can tell you, Japan does not do desserts well.
Oh, really?
It was like, well, this is like a bean paste mixed with sugar, not a treat. That's why Japanese are so small and live so long. They don't eat desserts.
They don't eat desserts?
Nope.
Come on, John.
Meanwhile, Germans are dying at 48 and they have the best desserts.
What about Pokey Sticks? What about those little Pokey Sticks?
Oh, that's like an unsweetened biscuit dipped in European chocolate.
No, it's like an unsalted pretzel, like an unsalted pretzel dipped in chocolate.
You ever had those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they eat maybe one, and I ate the box. Like I was eating like I had a handful of sparklers. I was just like, oh. The part that didn't have chocolate on it, just throw that away.
They do have crazy Kit Kat bar flavors, but that's about it as far as I know in Japanese desserts. If you want a wasabi Kit Kat.
Oh, there's all sorts of Kit Kat flavors in Japan. I don't know how I know that. I saw that. I was just surfing around on that. Oh, I know. It's that Emmy made in Japan who did the ramen burrito, the prison ramen burrito.
Yeah.
That's her YouTube channel. I think she did something on the Kit Kats.
She's great.
She's awesome.
It's a fun channel.
Yeah.
The bologna cake sounds like a recipe to try.
It's too much cream cheese, but if there was another one, if there was something else, maybe a liverwurst, John.
Oh, I'd be down for
Your
that.
favorite.
We just saw liverwurst on Chopped last night. That was they were freaking out. What do you do with liverwurst? What do you do with liverwurst? Are you kidding me? Liverwurst is amazing.
Well, there's a lot of things you can do with it.
Somebody tweeted, I don't know who it is, but maybe you guys also saw this tweet. Somebody tweeted, I want to be on Chopped, and I just want to take all 4 ingredients, put it in a bowl, and microwave it for 30 seconds. And I was like, I've laughed to myself like 6 times today thinking about that tweet.
The thing with Chopped is you have to really do something with the ingredients. I know what they're saying they're going to do, but at some point, professional pride is going to kick in. You don't want to look like a dope. You don't want to be the first one out, John.
No, I know.
Is this your strategy?
You have to really pimp up those cat vaginas. You don't want to be the only person with a poorly plated cat vagina.
Yeah, your plating leaves something to be desired.
A cat vagina?
Or whatever. Or whatever
vagina.
The ingredient is.
Yeah. Some suntan lotion and then a rutabaga. And go. Yeah. But it's funny because I like it when they bring in, we watch the show a lot, and they bring in these people with like your ethnic background, and they keep shoving it down your throat. They're like, well, because I grew up in Jamaica, and then they make everything just out of a Jamaican dish out of everything. And finally the other day they kicked somebody off and they go, you kind of have one note here.
Yeah.
Like one guy was just making the same thing over and over. It's like, oh yeah, it's bread pudding. I get it.
You're British. We got you.
Yeah, got it. Got it.
I made porridge and I stuffed it into a goat intestine.
Yeah, that's
Irish.
It is
Scottish. I don't know. I'm guessing
Scottish. Yeah,
delicious.
but I didn't know blood pudding really was blood pudding. That's gross as shit.
There's all sorts of ways to do blood pudding. Speaking of blood pudding, let's go to my next one. Yeah,
I was gonna say, what's the original Hawaiian candy, Greg?
Well, I tried to pick something that I might have some kind of a, where'd it go? Shit. Oh, here it is. It's called Extra Strength Lai Hing. That's L-I Hing, H-I-N-G, 2 words. John, can you search that real quick? Cause I got Lai Hing all over my hands and I don't want to touch my keyboard.
Look up boner pill.
Boner pill.
Let me look up Lai Hing.
But they're gummies, so I know what a gummy tastes like. But these are Lai Hing Extra Strength gummies, and it tastes like someone put like a weak salt on a gummy bear. Curiously, it is not bad.
Is it lime tasted?
No, it's not. What is it?
It's a salty dried plum.
Lai Hing is I don't know what the flavoring is, but it's curiously just a tiny bit salty. That's not bad.
But it is a gummy bear.
It's a gummy bear. And so I guess it would matter what the pairing is underneath it.
It's a salty dried plum powder.
Okay. That makes sense. Cause there's a whole rack of stuff that has that Lai Hing. But I don't usually eat mango with Lai Hing, so I didn't really go for that one. But I know what gummy bears are.
How could this be the original Hawaiian candy? So what they got dumped off.
It's Chinese.
Yeah, but they got dumped off with a whole thing of gummy bears and they rolled it in salt.
Yeah, I mean,
what's the original Hawaiian part?
I don't know.
They didn't invent gummy bears.
Honestly, they had a whole rack of things that had that same sticker on there. That original Hawaiian candy sticker,
I wonder if it's from processing sugar, if they don't get, that's how they make gummy bears.
Isn't the gelatin and stuff from like pigskin?
In a gummy?
Oh.
Yeah. Have you guys seen that video that they go like, it's like a, how did this get made video, but in reverse from like gummy bears all the way back to a pig?
The source of the gummy bear?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like the source of the raw ingredients.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Because, that makes sense because they would eat a lot of pigs in Hawaii.
So then they make some gummies. And then they put some Chinese plum powder on them.
Yeah.
Well,
no MSG. No MSG.
It ain't.
Like, is it sour or is it?
No, it has a savory flavor. Plus, you get the sweet from the thing. I'm thumbs up on that one, guys.
So are they good with beer?
So Lai Hing. Well, I don't know. I don't know if the gummy part would be good with the beer, but the Lai Hing thing I would try with maybe they've got it dusted on salt on fruit and some dried plums. I think there's some Mexican candy that has something like that, like a salted plum. I know, I'll have to check that out when I get back to Tucson.
They have that like tamarindo stuff is kind of like a salty sour.
Let's see now. Let's just
and there's some lead. Get some lead on your candy.
Coat this snack with salt, and we're done. That's it. That's
Tamarindo Tang is really good too.
I don't know what that is.
Tang is what the astronauts drank.
Yeah.
Now it's SpaceX, but yeah, and then it's with the tamarindo thing, and it was really good. And you get a little packet, and you can mix it with alcohol, and it comes out like a iced tea flavored.
Oh, that's good.
It was pretty ingenious because it's just pure, uncut.
Well, I'll wrap up here, guys, with Hawaii's first chip company since 1936, Atabara's local kind Furikake Atabara potato chips.
Furikake.
What's the saturated fat in that? Just read that first.
You know what? This is made in Hawaii. They don't list it. It's like the containers. You can't even. It's not flashy packaging. I showed you. It's just basically a silver foil bag, and it has a little sticker on the front. It doesn't have anything. No, it says allergen information, and then the ingredients
may contain nuts.
May contain nuts. Yeah, but they look. It's a good looking chip. I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
Is there a definition of furikake?
Furikake, I know from Blue Apron. It's kind of a seasoning they use on fish dishes. It's a little bit savory, but it looks like.
Are the chips salty?
No, they're a little bit salty, but there's like this great green powder on them. I think that might be.
Would they put Listerine on it?
And the what?
Is it that Listerine stuff?
No. What, you like spirulina or something?
Yeah, the original Hawaiian candy secret.
It looks like seaweed.
They put it on everything. They just got piles of it.
Once again, not overly salty, but very crunchy, as you can probably tell. Very crispy too. Fresh.
Addictive? Would you call them addictive?
I'd say the rest of this bag's gonna be done tonight with a couple of Coors Lights. No problemo.
Do you think if they put like jalapeno powder on it, it would be better? If they made a hot chip?
I gotta tell you, I saw what I thought looked something like local made, but I will look further before the next podcast to see if there are some variations on this. I love this. These potato chips are good. They're that and the Lai Hing gummy bears. I might send some of those to Doug. He likes gummy bears, but he hates everything else.
I'm just curious if their food is bland. I mean, salty. It sounds like salty is right for money.
Well, salt's a good start.
Yeah, but do they have spicy flavors?
Do they do spices in Hawaii?
They do hot. They do hot out here.
They do rubs, right? They do rubs on pork.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really eating meat out here, not that much. So
chicken wings?
No.
Some chicken wings?
We did sushi the other night. We bought a couple blocks of tuna, Hawaiian caught tuna. That's about it.
Pizza with pineapple?
Nope. I tried to make a dessert the other night, and that's why I bought the pie cookies with mochi, which I thought that'll be my backup, the pie cookies. So I made this what I thought cake in a jar, and made those about a year and a half ago, and I forgot the recipe, but I thought I found the recipe online but it turned out it wasn't the same one. It was a doughy.
You were like, oh
clump.
no, I made lasagna. This wasn't even close.
Well, I put the powdered, I put the dry ingredients, just flour and some sugar, some brown sugar, and I put in some bananas and papaya, and then I put in pineapple. And I'd never used either of those ingredients before. And what happens is it was obviously, I had the wrong mixture. It was a clump at the bottom of this jar. You cook them in a jar. And the smell of the pineapple and the brown sugar made it smell. My brother asked me if I was making barbecue. Cause it smelled enough like a sweet, And then when I took a bite of it, it really came through like I was eating like pizza, Hawaiian pizza in a jar. And that's when I broke out the pie cookies, and those were even worse than the pizza in a jar that I
So basically you got chopped.
I got chopped. I'm no longer allowed to pick dessert items. So
like your product, I've never tried this before. I've never worked with pineapple.
If they only would have given me liverwurst, I would have crushed.
Yeah. Smells like you're not making barbecue. Perfect.
All right, guys, that's my Hawaiian gas station treats.
You got to go hit the snorks, Chaille.
Yeah, I got to get going.
All right. You've listened to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker, sitting in Alaska in 8-degree weather.
I am John Norris, sitting in my car, also in 8-degree weather, maybe 6-degree weather, because it's colder on this side of town.
And this is Ggreg Chaille from Kona-Kailua, Hawaii, eating my way through the pie cookie chip ling-hing gummy bear debacle that I've created. I can't remember if I forgot. Oh, and the cream snail. I knew I forgot one.
I know. He was a 2-week invention, and then all of a sudden he gets cut to just not even remembered.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker, John Norris, and Ggreg Chaille. Recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Produced and engineered in Bisbee, Arizona by Chaille.